Investors watching for announcements related to Gemini, Android, and, of course, new hardware. Joining us now is Sebastian Mallaby. He's Senior Fellow for International Economics at the Council on Foreign Relations. He's also the author of a new book, The Infinity Machine, Demis Hassabis, DeepMind, and the Quest for Superintelligence. Good to have you, Sebastian. Let's start off with just what your expectations are for what we may learn from Google.
Yeah, they always keep it a secret before they actually roll things out. It'll be in a couple of hours, I guess, but there's a few leaks. There's talk about a Google book, which would be a sort of premium computer loaded up with all the AI stuff kind of natively. There'll be new integrations of AI into the Android operating system. Beyond that, I think we have to wait and see.
Yeah, it's been an interesting year. It's only a little over a year ago that many in the investing community were worried about their monopoly in search being completely taken away by the likes of an OpenAI, ChatGPT, or even a Claude from Anthropic. That hasn't happened. In fact, it is now viewed in many ways quite differently, having sort of the deepest layers when it comes to AI, whether it be having the cloud, having the LLMs, having the TPU chips that run in the data centers and on from there. I'm curious as to how you view it, given the work you've done on the company.
Yeah, that's right. They have this very deep stack. The latest thing is there's a news item out about actually building the clusters, in addition to building the chips, in addition to operating the cloud, in addition to designing the algorithm, and on and on. And they also, of course, have that enormous customer surface. They can put AI mode into Google search and get it out to a billion people. So they have this powerful position. Interestingly, at the very cutting edge of the models, they were top. At the end of 2025, they are no longer top. Anthropic is the one with all the momentum and buzz around it, thanks both to its cybersecurity model Mythos and to the agentic systems that Anthropic has rolled out. So Google, not necessarily at the forefront of the tech quite, maybe number 2 or number 3 or equal number 2 or something, but definitely at the forefront of making money off it. And you see that in the stock price, 75% up roughly in the past year compared to flat for its 3 big rivals, Microsoft, Meta, and I guess, I've forgotten the last one. But
well, Amazon.
Apple not slightly, but yeah, Amazon, that's right. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Wall Street's sort of trying to get their arms around this JV in which they will rent out TPUs. And there's been some discussion today about, as they get a little more incrementally aggressive, at what point do they start to annoy large GPU vendors like NVIDIA, and would allocation that normally goes to Google, maybe they send it Microsoft's way or Amazon's way?
I think Google is such a gorilla in this game that no one wants to fight them. So, I don't think that NVIDIA is going to pick a fight with them. I think they're fine on that front, and they can be careful how they do this. There's basically, at the moment, the big picture is there's a shortage of compute, shortage of chips. NVIDIA can sell more than all the chips that it makes, so it's not exactly going to take out some revenge pact against Google.
There's a big article in the Journal today. American rebellion against AI is gaining steam. We know that AI is unpopular with Americans. I don't think it helps to have some of our AI leaders with these doomsday predictions, Sebastian, but your book looks at this, the sort of ethical, some call it the Oppenheimer conundrum, right? The ethical considerations of building this very powerful, important technology. Where do you think the big tech, the developers of this, including DeepMind, are on this?
Well, I think you're right that, this Oppenheimer comparison is apt. Someone like Demis Hassabis, the leader of Google DeepMind, who is the central figure in my book, is the modern Oppenheimer. He does have his hands on the 21st century version of the nuclear material. He's trying to be responsible with that. Obviously, he wants to make it safe, but it's a collective action problem. There are multiple labs. And even if Demis makes the Google stuff safe, if you've got, several other labs and some that are in China, and they're not safe, then the world isn't safe. So this is something where you need government intervention to really force everybody to comply with safety standards.